Elden Ring. Elden Ring. Game of the year, yes, but why? Let me start by saying this. For me, Elden Ring was totally unexpected. I played a bit of Dark Souls 1 and 2 and played fully the third game. I touched Sekiro and never had the possibility to try Bloodborne. But even there, I mainly played the main quest of those games and not played around the builds too much, nor I explored much of the story. Maybe I was too little or I had too much Minecraft in my head at the time. But regardless, this is for saying that when Elden Ring was announced and showed in the trailers, I was not hyped. I couldn't care less. I was hearing about it a lot, but never deepened it much. And more important, I wasn't aware of the features. I only knew it was an open world from the creators of the Dark Souls games. Fast forward to February 25, 2022, the game released and I did not bought it instantly, precisely because, as I said, I wasn't interested so much. But in the following days, my friends started talking a lot about it, everyone praising it and making memes. I've always been a curious person, and a spark ignited inside me. I like open world games, I said. I love fantasy, and I really like Dark Souls 3. Plus, I had nothing to play at the moment. Yeah, I bought the game. Kinda blind. And so, my journey to the lands between began, with a lot of curiosity and zero knowledge at my side. And that probably was the best thing that could have happened. The game, right off the bat, welcomed me with a cool character creation and a samurai class. I think it's clear, but I'm in deep love with Japanese culture, and that was instant love. I started playing and the responsiveness was amazing. I remember Dark Souls 3 as a very enjoyable to play, but this one was even better. The journey began. The open world immediately catches you. No paths seems closed, and you see this giant land and trees and oh my god, what the fuck is that? The game gives you hints about your next destination, but you have total freedom and it's amazing. Like Skyrim, but even more. You have all these points of interest and majestic place to visit. You do not immediately have a map, and that is also a good point. Unlocking the map gradually and having some zones obscured for a time. Then the gameplay loop starts. You learn how to fight, the items, the crafting, the builds, and from there we touch the most important thing, the thing that made me fall in love with the game, the thing that make Elden Ring such a unique and beautiful experience as a video game. Elden Ring respects your time. What do I mean with that? Let me break this in key points. Pacing. The most notable and general thing of the game is the pacing. You can boot up the game, play 30 minutes or play 3 hours and you still will feel progress. You can do side dungeons or camps, explore the land or beat a single mini-boss. Or you can do the main points of the map and the story like Castle Stormveil, Raya Lucaria or Volcano Manor. You can play the game slowly, reading and analyzing everything. Or you can play for the sake of playing and just have fun. No cinematic or scripted events stop you much, subject to exception. The open world. For a few years open world games were becoming stale, especially AAA titles, with their huge maps full of nothing. A few crafting materials here, little treasure there, and finally a journal page with a wall of text of lore. Maps full of meaningless side quests, and locations only beautiful for the eye. Elden Ring take that formula and make it worth the time. It creates a world full of lore and details that you explore and uncover bit by bit. Whenever you start reading bits of lore here and there, you suddenly realize the world seems full and alive. The level up and the crafting systems based around graces, or yourself, make the possibility to never stop exploring. You never ever have to travel back and forth for something, or reach a particular place to restock. Elden Ring is a perpetuous journey. You familiarize with places and NPC, but you're always on the move and never locked in a place. Difficulty and gameplay. Another way that Elden Ring respects your time is with the difficulty and enemies. Some areas are tough, especially if you're still learning the game, and Souls games have notoriously difficult enemies as part of the core gameplay. But unlike those games, in Elden Ring I've never been stuck. I've never quit the game because I couldn't progress. Whenever you can't beat something, you go back and explore somewhere else, so you can level up, acquire new gear and be stronger. But doing this is never farming. It's still exploring, it's still discovering new things and fight new enemies, uncovering lore and items. It is fun. Business model. Too many modern games have become a way to profit more than they should. I'm fine with games making money, they are a business after all. But when this comes at the cost of the game, at the cost of fun, that's where we all should draw the line. Elden Ring is a classic buy-to-play product. You pay for it and enjoy the game, without things in the middle. If we follow the rule of $1 per hour, well, I got more than my money out of it. And the best part is that these hours were always fun. The sheer amount of content is amazing, further enhanced by the multiplayer and even more with the DLC on the horizon. I cannot wait. There is no guarantee that when you buy a game you will get a fun experience after all. Elden Ring was and still is a fun game to enjoy, and my money have been well spent. A last thing to conclude the video. This game, as all the others, is in no way perfect, nor it's particularly innovative. It doesn't reinvent the wheel, but the things it aims to do are bloody well made. Elden Ring wasn't made by random people. Behind it, there are a lot of veterans who learned from the mistakes of their past games and had improved release after release. What we can appreciate is the work of passionate people that convey dreams into reality, thanks to the business it generates. In front of a so majestic piece of digital art, one can close one eye to the little flaws. Thanks for watching.